I'm an absolute novice at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll let Ross fix this. I had a crack, but maybe. Have you ever had one of those projects that just seem to drag right out? Well, this episode was filmed over 6 months because although it was dry when we started, the rains came and they kept coming and they kept coming. And then we developed other priorities. So we'll start this episode right back in October 2023. Well, it's another beautiful day here up the farm. It's still very early. The birds are singing. The sun's shining. It is a little dry though. We're hoping for some rain later this week. We have another project we want to get into here. We have to prepare or build a little bit of a road inside the orchard. So what we discovered is as we're progressively, it's a process, as we're composting all the 7 rows, I'm having to use the posi track and I'm running back and forth with the posi track to take the mulch up there. In doing so, it's creating, because it's so dry, it's creating a bit of a dusty road, but I am keeping to the outside, which is good. We still got like 4.5 rows to go, so it's going to get a lot worse. So we decided to take a step back and we're going to build a bit more road, cut a road, or make a defined road at least around the outsides where we can keep the machines so they're not compacting the ground. So right behind me is a space. I'm going to have to drag the excavator in here. Because the road currently is too close to that fence, so we're going to have to batter that back, drag the earth down. So that's going to be quite an experience in itself. This is the section we're going to have to work on with the excavator. And you see here, it's just a little bit too tight. If I run up there with my posi track, it only takes a small bump and I'll touch that fence, so I don't want to do that. So we're just going to batter this back and bring this earth down. You can see there's a you can see there's a cut here already. That was from when we pushed through here to find a level spot for the fence. So we're just going to tidy this up a bit so we can keep our machines to this section. Okay, first job is to start this thing up. Hasn't been used for at least a couple of months. Crawl it out there, if I can figure out how to do that. And then we've just marked up the bank with some line marking paint, and I'm going to give it a crack, see how I go on it. I've just refreshed my memory. I have used this for about 20 minutes before, so we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. Don't like that beeping. Man, I've got to get this aircon on, mate. See, I know Ross likes to sit in here with the window and the doors open, but why when you got aircon? Alright, grade blade up. I can't get anything to move. Ah, here we go. So agricultural. So primitive. So this is a little 8-ton machine. Okay, what we're going to try and do here, we have a blue line up here, it's 4 meters from the fence. I'm going to cut in there, we'll leave a definite drop off, and we'll keep dragging and do it this way. I'll dump up the left hand side so I can pick that up later with a posi track. If I was more experienced, I'd be lifting this straight into the back of my tipper. But I just want to get the hang of this, put it up there, pick it up later, and then I'll move the, well, what I'll do is I'll get the Ross by then. But one of us will certainly drag that, get on the uphill side and drag it back and create a bit of a batter. I'm an absolute novice at this. Ross has many more hours in it, but still learning. So between us, we're just giving it a crack and yeah, save some money by doing it ourselves.
Yep. Yeah, extend the arm out further. The arm, so push the whole thing out. Yeah, no, that's it. Now pull your pull it upwards, yeah. Now as you do that, so you don't go too deep, pull your left hand back, I think it is. Now come up a bit, because going too deep.
Okay, I'm making a bit of a mess of this, I think. I was just in a fit of laughter as I'm doing it. So I could fix this with my posi track. Any case, I'm going to let Ross do the rest of it, I think. I got plenty else I could find I can do. He'll do a way better job than me. I just got to go find a good job to do with this. I just go sit somewhere and move a pole and do it from there to there. I reckon just within half an hour, it'll start becoming a bit of muscle memory. But this is not the right job to practice on because I'm going to dig too deep, and that just makes a mess of it. So I'll let Ross fix this. I had a crack, but maybe it's a job for someone with some more skills than me. Right over Christmas, we built these, well, I shouldn't say we, I did zero. Ross and Nicole did a fantastic job of building these dragon fruit posts or stakes, I don't know what you want to call them. But the idea is that the dragon fruit will come up and over this frame and just hang on either side. So this is a red one here. We're going to get some yellow ones as well and plant those. There's only 5 of these, but hopefully that'll be enough to keep us all in dragon fruit. The other job we're doing at the moment is making some trellises. So we have 8 very short, probably only 3 meter long trellises, and they're going to just hold our passion fruit, chocos, a few varieties of grapes and some other things as well. And we're trying to make that a feature, so as you walk through the arbor, the entrance to the orchard, you can turn right and walk down past all these nice trellises. I think it's going to look great. It's been about 6 months since we started filming this episode, and I jumped on the excavator myself and started digging away at this road here. That was before we got about 700 millimeters of rain. So we had a lot of rain in 4 months, and we weren't able to get back in here with the excavator. So you can see here by these piles of dirt where we started, and the weeds are just growing through them, and it's looking a little bit untidy at the moment. It's still quite wet, but we're going to give it a go. I really need to get this road cut and tidied up. So I've got Ross there, and he's walking up here with that, and we'll start cutting it and putting it on an angle so I can get in with my mower and my small tractor and slash all that. So see how we go today. I hope the weather's good to us. So the plan is we've got to cut it back, bench it back from approximately that point there all the way down to the road that I'm standing on now. And with an angle like that, I should be able to get the lawnmower in there and keep that neat and tidy. That's looking good now. Can easily get the lawnmower or a little tractor on that. So you might be wondering what we're going to do with all that earth we take out. Well, we're going to use it as fill over here. So as soon as I can get the truck in here, the little tipper, to move it down here when it dries out a bit, we're going to fill all this section here up to that string line level there, and then we're going to put raised garden beds. We're going to use those concrete sleepers over there, which I got for an absolute song, very cheap. We're going to make raised garden beds here, so 4 or 5, may even be 6 raised garden beds, about 2 meters apart. And in here we're going to put a lot of our green vegetables. So that's a project for the future, but right now is got to get this filled down here, when it dries out, that is, level it out, let it settle, and we'll come back in a couple of months and start building some garden beds. It's just always the way. You want to get in, get something done, and then can't find the tool. Doesn't happen very often. But then the machines don't work. I just had this one serviced last week or the week before, and it just doesn't always kick over. Seems to be plenty of battery, but yeah, all the electricals are playing up. So we're gonna try and get access to the battery to clean the terminals for a start, see if that's the problem. But even to get to the batteries, it's a hell of a project. You got to pull the radiator out to get to the battery, but anyway, there's another 30 minutes blown. Okay, so Ross is going to go get the little tipper. And we'll bring that up here, position myself so I can pick up these piles, dump on the back of the truck without screwing around too much on the tracks. Otherwise you just make a mess of the ground. It's still very, very soft. So we'll see how we go. I'm confident we can get it all down there today and won't make too much of a mess. But here he comes. Oh dear, he's brought the truck up and he's got it bogged straight up. Oh, how frustrating. Don't worry about digging it out. I'll just drop the dirt, come around and give you a push or pull from the back, and we'll leave it to another day. It's obviously too soft yet. Again, another dead end. Oh well. Well, Ross got impatient waiting for the ground to dry out, so he moved the dirt just one bucket at a time, just being careful to make sure that he didn't disturb the ground too much. So at the girls' request, Ross and I built these trellises, and the idea, we had several, these are passion fruit,
Yes.
different passion fruit for the first three, is that right?
Yes, yes.
And then I really want to try some grapes, so it's a trial. We have 2 or 3 different varieties. They work. I may even take 2 acres up the hill there and plant them out. But yeah, complete with irrigation. I mean, look at this shot, look how straight this is down here. But anyway.
And these passion fruit were so tiny when we put them in, weren't they, Michelle?
Yep,
So
in a little
tiny,
pot.
and they've gone all the way to
Yeah,
the top
and these have only been in for like,
a very short amount
Yeah.
of time.
We
a
did
month.
that, I think we put the trellises up in January. It was one of our first jobs we came back up for Christmas, wasn't it?
Too. And you got very wet putting them up.
Oh, the rain dumped on
Yeah,
it.
bucket this dish.
Yeah. Anyway, I think there's like eight trellises there, so that's exciting.
this is the grape.
Great. And what's that one down there? Because that there,
Youngberry.
oh man, I kind of regret planting that. You know why? I got off my Murray yesterday and moved it. Look at the thorns on it. It is so sharp. And if this thing gets out of control, it's going to be a real prick. Finally, we finished those projects.